Recording this video after close trade Tuesday, 10th of April 2012. Hope you had a good day's trading day. I think we're down about 18 points. 2.2 million contracts traded. We're now down in the 56s, so a big sell-off day. But with this kind of volume traded, we're getting close to some kind of end of this move for now, and I'm looking on my daily chart to go to pull back to end of trend sequence. So we'll be caught by this cyclical support in the next day or two. I think if you drop down to the 45-minute chart, which is kind of the low time frame that we're looking for a pullback to end of trend sequence, you can see we've got the exhaustion selling on this left shoulder here. We just need to make pullback to end of trend, and that'll be kind of good. And once that kind of syncs up with cyclical support on the daily chart, I think we'll test up again. How far, I don't know. It's pretty convincing kind of sell-off at this point, and I think a lot of the risk-on charts on the weekly time frames have got a ways to run on the way down, but I do think we'll have a bounce at some point, and so just look for that on the 45-minute chart, pull back to end of trend. Probably tomorrow's, like after we have a big range day like today, we go for some kind of choppy activity, and that's kind of perfect to put in a pullback to end of trend, put in some bullish divergent signals kind of down here, and then go for a test back up. So in terms of the risk-on charts, here we go. Here's crude. So now we've broken through support 101. This is in a downtrend. We've seen no blue professional bars or exhaustion selling on the downside. So in terms of risk-on charts, they're all starting to flip over and get pretty convincing in terms of the downside. Euro cyclical support's kind of come in. Had these amateur bars here in a blue professional bar today. So I'm not kind of convinced. Let's see if this holds, or if we kind of continue to drop through. We could go for, if we sync up with a little bit of support tomorrow and have a test kind of on Thursday, so this could go a little bit higher. So just not convinced about that yet. Aussie dollar's down 101 on futures charts, so we're broken through support here. This exhaustion selling signal here is kind of getting the move going, so we've seen nothing to catch it on the way down yet. So again, looking for that to kind of continue. Here's copper. So we had pullback to end of trend. We kind of had all these flush patterns, tested back up with a blue professional bar here, and now blue professional bar kind of coming down. So let's see, we've got cyclical support kind of coming in here. So we could start to hold around this level on these charts. I think everybody would be, after today's activity, be a bit freaked out in terms of the move down and change in trend, and here I am kind of saying we're going to find support over the next day or so and kind of test back up. So let's see if I'm right. In terms of Emini charts, the 4,500 was a beauty. So this was Monday's into Tuesday's activity. Monday was really choppy. I didn't trade Monday. Kind of a lot of the markets were shut. It was just kind of choppy activity. But at the end of the day, we had this pretty big sell-off here. All these blue professional bars coming in, exhaustion selling on the downside, and we couldn't get anywhere. Blue professional bars at the beginning of the day kind of come into test back up, and bang, we kind of set off to the downside. But we've put in pullback to end of trend. And although there was an exhaustion selling on the downside on the left shoulder kind of here, I think we put in possibly enough damage here. It's kind of Rambo patterns into the lows, and then see all these blue professional bars kind of pick it up here. On the 1500 tip bar chart, we had a nice kind of setup in the morning. I was thinking maybe this support level was kind of catching overnight here, kind of mid-70s, and so initially I went long. But as soon as we saw exhaustion buying, bearish divergence kind of come in, this started to look a little suspect. I was holding through this chop here, but then as soon as we got this bar here, we tested it up. It was actually a Rambo pattern and exhaustion buying on the 500 tip bar chart right here. Got short at 76 and then took profits at 72. It's just after a pro signal exit. Of course, this thing went forever. Kept on going and going and going. So but it was my first trade since I'm back in Sydney, so I was just happy to be out. On the first trade, I lost 1.25 points, so I got out net for 2 3/4, so it wasn't too bad. But obviously there was a lot more to be had if you were game for it. Anyway, so there we go. I need to adjust the timing of the emails kind of going out because just with the time zone change here in Sydney, so they'll probably be pushed out by about an hour or so. I'll tag on those day trades. Not particularly exciting, but anyway, interesting day. Hope you traded well today. 77.25. Just long 77.25, and just checking my stops and targets. Reason for getting long, we just had 1500 tip bar chart, we had exhaustion buying, kind of setting this move off, kind of been bottoming overnight. Exhaustion selling yesterday, the closer yesterday, we've kind of been testing this kind of mid-70s level overnight. The open we started with blue professional bars, kind of bought the lows, and so this blue professional bar here is kind of getting this, setting this move off. It's not exhaustion buying at the tail end of a move, it's getting things ready. And then on the last couple of bars, so blue professional down bar here, and we just broke the high of that, so kind of guessing that we're going to head into a bit of an uptrend. We're above cyclical resistance on 500, so kind of keep going a little bit. So let's see, just long 77.25. A couple of minutes later, just breaking up to 78.25. Last little push down here, blue professional bars, and then seemed like we were kind of maybe rolling over, and the amateurs kind of came in, and no, we kind of went the other way, so we're breaking above that. It's kind of good. Got blue professional bars here. Yeah, not going to get worried until we see bearish divergence on 1500, but keeping going up. Thinking about maybe just moving my target to 80.25, not so sitting at 81.25 at the moment, just because, you know, first trade since been back at Sydney. So let's see. Okay, a couple of minutes after I just did that last recording, and as soon as I stopped the bearish divergence, first bearish divergence on 1500 kind of came in, potentially kind of reversal area, slight overshoot here possibly, but we got pullback and an uptrend on the 500 tip bar chart. I'm just moving the target to 80.25 just because everything's kind of slowing down, but let's see. See pullback to end of trend where that goes. Out up bar there. Kind of not going anywhere fast, so let's just wait and see. Okay, under pressure here, but there's Rambo patterns kind of selling off here. Went a little bit further than I expected. I thought we'd just kind of get caught and come back, but I'm at a down bar on 1500 tip bar chart. Blue professional bars just coming on 500, just breaking above the highs of that one, and this one was kind of getting this thing going. Still got, you know, cyclical resistance to make up on 45. I mean, maybe this was kind of changing trend, it's turning around, but I think we'll at least get back up and test the highs, dirty end of trend. So let's just see if we get some follow through here. Reverse went short 76 even, short 76 even, and so loss of 1.25. Just checking my stops and targets. Reason for getting short, that was a Rambo pattern into resistance there at exhaustion. That's usually unstable, exhaustion buying into a Rambo pattern. And here we go, breaking down, kind of going the other way. It's Rambo patterns kind of led here, but okay, we've got resistance coming here, broken below support on 1500. So let's see, now it's starting to get a bit interesting. I don't know if there was a data release at 9, but all of a sudden we were so slow, and then we've kind of speeded up, so let's try and make up that loss and get a little bit more. It's collapsed down. It's all Rambo patterns on the way down though. It's kind of interesting. Target's at 72. I'm going to leave it there because 72 is a previous low over here, so you know there's going to be a technical bounce kind of there. Exhaustion selling just kind of came off. First blue professional bar kind of come in here at support though, because it's probably a trend down move. We'll probably break this support level and pull back to end of trend. We've got this swing down on 45 to make. So okay, exhaustion buying, pro signal exits just coming at 73. But let's wait and see. It's not going to turn around until we see bullish divergence, so just hope for a break below 73 and another little rush down. A whole bunch of buying came in at 72s, bullish divergence coming on the 500 tip bar chart. But just hoping for another just test back down, so 72.75. Let's just have another press down, get taken out. Well, we came down, we hit 72, but didn't get taken out. Blue professional bars kind of came in, but 73s. I think we'll have another little press down, maybe to a flush signal. got cyclical support kind of coming up on 45, but that was just one little touch. Just hoping for another push down. We're at 72 and a halves. Come on, come on. Just out 72 even for 4. Excellent. So it'll probably kind of keep going. 72 is a really important level, and we kind of gone past support on 1500. So maybe see pull back to end of trend, but so out for 4, loss of 1 1/4 on the first one, so 2 3/4 net, which is fine. And it is, what is it, 9:12 a.m. Chicago time. I'm going to stop there. It's gone midnight here, Sydney time. Good. So let's see where this day ends up.